Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Welcome to the Rock It Right Show, starring Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar. Two busy blondes with their fingers on the pulse of all things Louisiana. Events, health, leisure, entertainment, and more. It's the Rock It Right Show. And now, here's Betsy and Kay.
And welcome to Rock It Right. We are so glad you could join us. We are continuing all the things that we have our attitude and our gratitude focused on for this month. Of course, we're always glad that you could join us and that you want to spend a little time rocking it right with two busy blondes on the go, showing off life in Louisiana, because we might be just a little Louisiana crazy. But it's not a bad thing.
No.
It's a good thing, because everybody in Louisiana really does love each other, and we want to support each other. And after the last couple of years we've had, this is going to be a wonderful holiday season, and we're kicking it off soon. And so we're excited that David St. Romain, who is the founder of Songs of Survivors, he's also a singer, songwriter, guitarist. He has a great long history of playing a lot of fairs, festivals, and on a national level has really done a lot to represent Louisiana in wonderful ways. And we're going to talk with him in just a minute. And then we're going to talk with Greg Dicharry. He has Smile Style Entertainment, but what Greg does, his gift really is helping people with mental health issues get the support that they need, and he is very, very well certified to do that, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about him in just a moment. And we're going to talk about keeping healthy habits.
Yeah, Betsy's going to talk to me, and I'm going to give her some tips.
I've got lots of advice. Not that anybody's taking it,
I'm just
but
full of advice.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
We're going to talk about keeping your holidays healthy and still having a great time while you're doing that, but not packing on those extra 5 or 10 pounds that a bunch of folks do. And then we're going to talk with Michael Paul about 225 live events and where you can go and find out everything that's going on in your area to have yourself a good time this holiday season.
Because there's a good time to be had in the 225.
Yes.
We know, because we're here.
Yes.
That's for sure.
So, David St. Romain, thank you for coming. You really were on our first show when we first went from radio to TV and
That's
continued
right.
radio. And you have written some beautiful songs. You've been a singer with the group Vidalia.
Yep.
You've been on your own. You just have so many different ways that you bless and touch people. So thank you for doing that.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
And you're a veteran.
I am a veteran. Yep.
Yes.
Louisiana Army National Guard here in Louisiana.
And we thank you for your service, as we do
thank
all
you.
veterans. But you really had something on your heart for quite some time, and so you created in 2019 a 501(c) nonprofit that I'm very well acquainted with, but many people might not be, even though we had Chad Chenevert talking a little bit about it last week, or the week before last. This is Songs of Survivors, and
That's
so
right.
this is targeted at people that, I'm going to let you tell it, but from the best estimation that I can give, it's for people that might be feeling alone in some of the difficulty they've faced, whether they're children, adolescents, or adults, and they face some difficulty and they feel very alone, but when they come together and through healing arts, music, could be beats and loops that you're going to tell us about, they come together in a way that's healing.
That's right. Yep. So Songs of Survivors stemmed from really just sharing music with people who were hurting. And I had experienced some tragedy and trauma in my early childhood days. And being able to, about 2017, started taking that experience and converting it into opportunities, using my skills in music and bringing music to people just as a form of healing. And that was, while over the past 20 years performing across the country, I had gone to a few orphanages and played for some of those maybe foster homes and whatnot. I saw that experience that happened with music and with kids, and I always felt like I could reach people in a special way, and so that pilot had started. We started with the Baton Rouge Music Studios came to me and offered me the opportunity to play a role in the beginning of what I think was the piloted programs of Songs of Survivors, and along with Baton Rouge Music Studios and myself and the Lieutenant Governor's office and the Division of the Arts, they were incredible in implementing the sort of like I said, the piloting program. And so we conducted 4 workshops around the state, and we served around 28 separate veterans around the state, and that was just a step that it was obvious that I was supposed to be doing this. So in 2019, we applied for our nonprofit status and began that process, and that happened last year, day before COVID lockdown. It was like it was a sign.
I know.
The Lieutenant Governor was there, and we shared with the public for the first time, and Olin Corporation stepped up and gave us a nice large donation to get the seed money for the organization started. And then this year, so we kind of put it on hold, and through COVID, obviously, then this year, it just ramped up. I mean, we've grown so much where programs have expanded from not just songwriting workshops where we sit down with groups around, veterans or anyone who's experienced trauma, and maybe I write with them, we do a share, and then we'll write a unified messaged song, and there's a whole sort of, I hate to call it a curriculum, but there's a little bit of a process that's been created, so it's an easy, manageable and flexible way of getting to where our goal is, and that's just to bring a good, comfortable, unified feeling at the end of this moment. People really have a great experience doing that. They walk in, they don't know each other, they don't know what to think, and then they walk out and they're hugging, and it's by the time they leave, they have an MP3 in their phones, or because we record the song right there on the spot. And then in June, we've expanded into beats, where we started serving kids. And
the loops and beats. I want, there's so many kids that
yep.
They want to do something with rap. They want to do something with a
EDM. That's absolutely,
yeah. And they want to do something that feels real cool.
Right.
But there's a lot of kids, and I know that you're targeting some kids that are in high risk.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to focus on the at-risk community in general, but specifically with our youth. My partner, Matt Tortorich, who is in Vidalia with me, but also has been an accredited beat maker and EDM, I don't want to, a DJ, whatever, but that's not really my world as far as creation is concerned.
Means. What's EDM?
Electronic digital music.
Oh, okay, okay. But see, that just goes to show you always got something to learn.
Yeah, and so along with the City of Baton Rouge, who helped us get the grant, we appreciate that, and we created our offices over there in Bocage area. We have 10 workstations where we're going to start an after-school program starting with Estruma High School right around the first of the year, going into next semester, and that's thanks to our partners at iCare and our partners at the Fine Arts Department over there at the East Baton Rouge Parish Schools District. But that's just been a process. I mean, a lot has happened in this last year, and we're also working with our juvenile justice system with the Division of the Arts. Into next year, we're going to start trying to serve some of our maybe alternative incarcerated youth that need an outlet. They need a way to get to where they can express themselves and not do it in a healthy way.
In a healthy, creative way.
Oh, it's incredible to see what's happening, and I think that more of this is going to happen. I know you're going to talk to Greg more about this type of work, and I think we're seeing that kind of work happen all over the place, and there's way more need than there are providers. Right. So I would tell you, this is not a competition. This is a festival of love, really a way for us to come together and unify and support exactly,
and mentoring
and inclusion. We want to support everyone. You could come because trauma doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate against class.
I don't know one person that has never had any trauma or never had any deep hurt or wounds.
I mean, I can tell you, there's child abuse exists in our high income families, in our low-income families. Obviously, we know statistics that are specific to, at-risk communities are at risk for a reason. But I think there's still risky behaviors that happen in other communities that we don't talk about. And so my goal, I think, is part of my goal in life was just to kind of take my hands off the wheel and say, God, lead me wherever I'm supposed to go. And here I am.
And here you are.
Yeah.
Right here, smack dab in the middle of me and Kay.
I need two blondes ready to rock it right.
That's right. So we only have.
happened.
That's right. That's right. We are rocking it right.
We have less than a song's time left.
Yes.
Okay.
But we would like to hear a little bit.
All right, I'll
of
be
a song.
quick.
Because we love to start with
So
music.
here's a song that we did in Alexandria with Chad Chenevert. So
Yes.
pictures on the wall told the story. That old hat saw it all. I was only 10 when he marched me through the battlefields of his backyard. I knew then I had it in me. I wanted a hand of my own. I got the call to give my all, not knowing if I'd make it home. The ones before me never got the glory, but I had a mission of my own. And I'm reminded where my courage was at when I wore Pawpaw's hat.
That's great. Yes. So,
And that was
awesome.
actually written by veterans who got
Yep.
together with you
Yep.
and with a counselor and talked through some of the trauma that they experienced serving our nation, protecting our rights and freedoms.
Yep, that was part of the experience for our workshops. And sometimes you end up with something that's positive. Sometimes
Yes, very.
and a lot. I felt that experience too. And it was just when you give people a platform of a way to bring that wall down, especially veterans, who don't really necessarily feel comfortable always sharing that vulnerability. When you do begin to bring that wall down, it's a very special moment. So I'm honored that I get to do this work. And Songs of Survivors is really just a personal mission of mine, and still a philanthropic work for me. It's an opportunity for me to serve.
So sosmusic.org.
That's right.
And people can go and find out information, and there'll be other workshops, and we'll, of course, announce and share those. Thank you, David St. Romain.
Thank you so much.
For the work, the heart, and the love.
I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with Rocket Right. We're going to be talking with Greg Dicharry with Smile Style Entertainment, but actually so much more. We'll be right back.
Worked out.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7, clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians, watch interviews with people in our music community, and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Visit one of our 21 state parks all over Louisiana.
Let's go to the state park. There are 21 of them, you know. And state parks have biking and hiking, tubing, and we can even ride horses. Or we can go exploring and even swim by a beach. They have cabins, really nice ones, with long fishing piers.
Don't forget to tell them about the discounts.
Oh yeah, book 3 nights and we get the 4th night free.
Great job.
Thanks.
Louisiana State Parks, we're ready for your adventure.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Romain of Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, conveniently located off the I-12 corridor in Walker and Albany. If you suffer from sciatica, migraines, or other pain conditions, give us a call to see if we have a technique that best fits you. We have multiple techniques including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, dry needling, rehab, and much more. Again, I'm Dr. Romain with Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, Walker, and Albany.
And you're back with Rock It Right. Thanks for hanging with us. I am bubbly Betsy Barnes here with Dr. K. Solar, and we're going to be talking with our friend Greg Dicharry. Greg is really an amazingly creative person, and he does quite a bit to help especially youth with mental health issues, and he also is a filmmaker, and he's got some really cool projects he's going to tell us about. But one of the things that I would like to point out about Greg is that he is a National Youth Empowerment Director for Magellan Health, a filmmaker, and a mental health advocate who in 2019 received the Mental Health America's top honor, the Clifford Beers Award, for his work. He has really pulled a lot of people together to help with mental illness and mental support. And so it's so important, and especially as we head into the holidays, I think a lot of people come to realize that maybe their family members might need a little extra help and support. And so we've been trying to have a few guests that can share ways that you can find help for your family members and those that you love. So he has made over 60 youth mental health related presentations to more than 7,000 people. And he has produced 25 MyFest youth festivals in 5 states. He's also attracted over 60,000 people to some of his My Life events. And he is an award-winning mental health professional. And we're just thankful that you could be here. Thank you so much. As a member of the Bridge Center, you do a lot of things locally, but to be a certified psychiatric rehabilitation practitioner is amazing. And you're a dad.
I'm a dad. That's the best thing. The best part. She turned 6 yesterday, my daughter Gracie.
Oh, happy birthday to her, to Gracie.
Yes,
That's
And how old?
6.
6.
Yeah, I got a late start, but I wouldn't have changed it for the world.
No, of course not. Absolutely not. So we wanted you to come back because you worked on Emma Benoit's My Ascension for suicide prevention, her suicide attempt, and her recovery from all that was really giving her such a difficult time. But she has gone on to inspire so many young people, and she's just beautiful inside and out.
Yeah, and we've really done a lot since we were last here with that.
Yes.
We did a big, huge premiere weekend here in Baton Rouge. The Celebrity Theater was all sold out. We have partnered with Ascension Parish government and did a big premiere last week there. We went out to Wynn Parish, did like 5 school presentations. So she's amazing, and her message is really just inspiring for a lot of young people. So it's just awesome to see the impact.
But
that's
without
having.
you doing the film, I don't know that message would have come across as well to a broad audience. And it's very hard to repeat everything in the perfect message. So your filmmaking ability has brought that message forward to people in a way that they're attracted to.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, and that's been my kind of goal for a while with the youth group that I've started that you mentioned on My Life. A big part of that is empowering young people, and I've been blessed to work with hundreds of young people over the years, and I do similar things in terms of empower them, help them share their story, help them see that their story can be beneficial to others. But I've always had the goal to maybe kind of be able to reach a wider audience, and so with Emma's story, that's really what we've been able to do, and so we're really just getting kind of started with that. So it's definitely a huge blessing to get to do that.
So you also have Smile Style Entertainment.
That's right. Yes, that's my company that I've had for probably 25 years in theory, but didn't really incorporate it till I got here back to Baton Rouge about 5 years ago. So I have produced that film, and also my previous film, Suicide: The Ripple Effect, and so it's cool. Louisiana-based Smile Style Entertainment, which started as a vintage clothing business back in the day that never quite made it, and then became an entertainment company. So.
Well, we all morph, right?
Exactly.
We all evolve, we transform.
Right. God gives us opportunities and things, and we might think we're doing them for this one reason, but God has other plans, and if we keep on
That's right. When God hears,
end up on the right one.
Right.
God laughs when He hears our plans.
Exactly.
Well, tell me a little bit about the projects that you have going on now. You've got some new projects that people need to be aware of.
Yes. So I'm excited about actually repping the shirt today for a band, Big Infinite, out of Maryland, and the guy Jordan Lawley, who's the lead singer, he lost his father to suicide right when the band was kind of really close to being signed and was having a lot of success, and it kind of rocked his world clearly, but really kind of brought to surface a lot of mental health issues he was dealing with, as well as his bandmates. And so they kind of switched it up, and they said, we're gonna focus on mental health, and they started going to schools and conferences and doing this mental health work. And they had done kind of like a 50-minute thing that's kind of like, remember the old MTV Unplugged type of shows? So it's kind of like where they play some songs. Their music's just like phenomenal. I love it. And they play some songs, and he talks about his story with mental health, and he's really gotten really into meditation. So it's all around like wellness and stuff like that. So that's a cool project. That's going to be coming out in May of next year. So looking forward to that.
You've been working hard.
And so that's going to be a film documenting what's...
It's like a 50-minute documentary, kind of real similar like the old MTV Unplugged, where they're playing some songs and telling the stories, and a lot of like photos and things like that of their their life and his life with his dad, and it's real inspirational, and just love the music. So I connected with them through my website, because one of the pieces that I have for my company, which hasn't really fully, I guess, materialized, or although it's kind of more informal, but it's called Artist Elevation, where basically working with a variety of different artists to help elevate their, music or their, speaking or whatever their brand to, to a larger audience, and kind of doing things with maybe doing film projects like I've done with Emma, or the guy Kevin Hines I did my previous film with, or with Big Infinites. Is, I love art, love music, and love, stuff I love, I want other people to hear. So it's kind of like a fun, cool way to, promote other stuff that's really, needs to be heard.
Sure. And you had another project too. There was 2, Big Infinite and something else.
Yeah. Well, so then I have a couple of projects that are in development that I've had for quite a while. One is a kids show that I've literally had the idea for 20 plus years, but it's a kids reality-based show called 5 and Rising. But it's basically like a cool kindergarten type of setting with kind of a diverse group of kids. I don't know if you've heard or seen the book Everything I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. So it's kind of based around that, and kind of an arts setting, and kind of that elements of kids say the darndest things, so it's like putting these kids in these settings with different sort of creative people, teachers, and just turning the cameras on, and it's kind of like social commentary through the eyes of 5-year-olds. So
is your daughter in it since she just turned 6?
Well, I haven't shot it yet. Yeah, so I'm expanding the age. I'm expanding the age range yet. But so that's something I was going to do a pilot for, but then I started working on this film with Emma, and these documentaries are completely like all encompassing.
Yes.
But then there's a feature film / kind of series that I've wanted to do for a while, and it's kind of like based on my own sort of mental health journey and kind of trips through that, and people I've talked to in mental hospitals, because I've had a lot of trials and tribulations with that. But it's called Second, Third, and Fourth Coming. And it's basically about the second coming of Jesus, which is basically like the Son of Man, but he's named Jacob, so essentially it's like Jesus' brother from another mother who comes back, and there's like this kind of people know he's back because it's kind of like this Illuminati, Freemason type of stuff, but they know he's back, but then he comes back, but there's this whole thing where they kind of deny him because they think that they're having to like make the Son of Man, and they feel like they're really talking to God, and God's calling them to deny him, but they're not really talking to God, they're talking to the devil, and it's kind of this whole trip thing. But anyway, he ends up like basically after like 20 years of going through all this, stuff of arrest and hospital and losing his mind because it's all just so much, he quits, and God makes a deal with him, says, well, now you can select this third and fourth coming, which is baby Jesus and baby Gisette, which is essentially like a boy Jesus and a girl Jesus. And so then that's when the kind of whole insanity ensues, where there's this whole like, national sort of, or worldwide quest to find out who's going to be the baby Jesus and the baby Gisette. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it's kind of a trip, because then the whole world, then has to shape up, because you have to start being like nice to every kid, because you never know which kid is actually the savior of the universe. And then it helps the girls, because it's definitely, from my opinion, like detrimental to girls when they think that like only guys could be like Jesus or God. So then when you have a girl that's also a messiah-ish or whatever, so it's just a fun like kind of project that I want to do if I ever get off my butt and actually write it.
Well, it sounds like it's pretty well written.
Yeah, well, I have a lot in my head, but it's like
But you use that creative energy to bring people into the conversation about what's real and what isn't, what's truth and what isn't, what's healthy and what isn't. Mm-hmm. And people have to kind of define that, free will, have to define it for themselves, but you use all of your talent, skills, and ability to bring people to what is their truth.
Yeah, I mean, that's, we find our truth in the process. It's always like a work in development, but I think, that's what I like to try to do, is do entertainment that like matters, that helps people think, or helps people be inspired in some sort of way, and realize that they're, not alone, and no matter what kind of stuff that they've been through, that experience can kind of benefit others. And so if I can like tweak and use my, experiences to entertain or help or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you're very open about that. How can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more about your entertainment, or the being supported with your band, with their band or their musical talents? How can people reach you?
So my website is smilestyleentertainment.com, so you can just reach out through that, or I'm on Instagram. My Instagram's gsmilestyle, and I'm on Facebook, which I think is Greg Smile Style or whatever. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for being with us and sharing. Thanks for all the things that you do and all the ways that you care.
Well, thank you. We really appreciate the opportunity to spread the good word.
Spread the good word.
Love it. And talking about the good word, we're going to give Betsy some good words on how to stay healthy during these upcoming holidays.
And we'll be right back.
Kiss you, my pumpkin.
That's right.
My biggest concern was my family, and being able to see me come home every day and know everything is going to be okay. I felt comfortable that I was being treated by some of the best. There were some scary points along the way, but it's just kind of like been a little blip in the road.
Money, wellness, fun. Rocket Right Radio takes you all across Louisiana and the nation with guests who live life to the fullest.
I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
I'm Dr. Kay Solar.
You're gonna love it.
Join us every week when we cover
everything under the sun.
Live and learn with the Wright sisters.
Politics,
health,
music and entertainment,
local agnet.
Rocket Right Radio. You're gonna love it.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7. Clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians. Watch interviews with people in our music community and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Kay Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you are interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Kate Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit louisianatravel.com and plan your getaway today.
Our next guest may be familiar to many of you. Her name is Dr. Kay Solar, and she's been an OBGYN in the Baton Rouge area for over 27 years. And she's actually been my co-host for the last 6, almost
That's
7.
crazy.
I know. We have partnered for a long time. And so we have always tried to be very conscious of our health. Sometimes Kay's advice is a little better than mine. We both have lots of advice to share because we're moms. We've been through just about everything. But I have learned so much in the last 6, almost 7 years from Kay, and our friendship even longer than that. But always, you have such good information about how to maintain your weight or to lose a little bit of weight and how to reduce chronic illness through and not letting inflammation take over your health. And this is really important because we eat lots of crazy stuff between now and New Year's.
Yeah, I think a big thing right now is I love talking about, tips to prevent that holiday weight gain because, statistically, folks gain like 5 to 10 pounds during the holiday season. And then in January, we have to try to take it off. So we don't want to do that, but we want to enjoy our holiday season. And I think number one is enjoy it in moderation because you don't have to cut out everything. You don't have to nix certain things. It's the holidays. Participate. You can enjoy what you love. But you can't do it every day for 30 days, I think that's the big deal.
You can love the boudin, but you can't eat it every single day.
Moderation.
Yes.
And the other thing is portion control. So, for Thanksgiving, a lot of times you eat your plate of food and then you go, you know what? I'm going to go get a whole nother plate of food. Is there any other time that you go get a whole nother plate of food?
Well, if you're from
No, you
Louisiana,
don't.
okay, no one teaches us portion sizes when we're younger. We say, "Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna have a little more of that." So I think a lot of times we don't realize.
You can still say that.
Yeah.
You can go, "Ooh, that's good. I might have a little bit more of that, but maybe that's a spoonful or such." And what you want to do is you want to really eat mindfully. We've had a lot of things about mindfulness. So eat mindfully and savor what you're having. Enjoy it. It's not going away necessarily.
That's right.
It's going to be there. You can have a little bit later too. So really enjoy it. And if you're going out to a holiday party, it might not be the thing that drives you first to where you go, I have to eat that. But there's usually some veggies. There's usually some kind of dip with veggies. That fiber in that, it's going to fill you up quicker than if you went starving because you waited all day. Like frequently I do. I'm going to just intermittent fast till I get to that party. And I'm going to look at my calories, one time there. But you don't want to be so famished that you eat a lot of the wrong thing. So jump in. Usually there's like a veggie tray. Enjoy some of that. But make sure that you save room for the goodies. So don't fill up on a whole lot of other stuff, and then you really want some things off of that dessert tray. So you got that in your mind already, that you're probably going to partake there. So
I do think that it's become more popular for people to have smaller portions or servings kind of already done, unless you're kind of at a home cooking kind of thing with family. That's when you get the big heaping spoonfuls. But if you go to a party, I do think that most of the time now the smaller bites are more popular. Just pick up a little something, you have a little taste.
I'm a small plate person anyway.
Yes,
I
I like
love to
small
go to a
plates, too.
restaurant, try really cool things, but they're in small plates. They're going to give you just a bite or two.
And if you talk between bites with other people, you won't be as hungry.
They're not going to give you a huge heaping plate. But also I think that when we talk about maintaining your weight, because it's not a time to lose weight, you just don't want to gain that 10 pounds. If you're someone who logs your food, and I think that that's a really great way to keep up with what you're eating, keep doing it. Or if you're going to give yourself a hiatus, don't do it for 30 days. Say, I'm going to take this week off and I'm not going to log my food in, or this weekend I'm not going to log my food in. But most of the time you're kind of still keeping up with that so that you don't overeat, and as I said, don't attend that holiday party like, famished, where you go for the wrong thing. And even though you're going to want to try, if you like to partake in a little wine or cocktails, you're going to plan on that. Again, that key word is moderation, and then if you exercise, continue to do it during the holidays, because so many people, they get so busy, they're like, I just don't have time, to exercise. But if you keep it up, then that's more calories well, okay, all right, Betsy's got to start.
Okay, first you start, and then
but
you continue.
But even people who are exercising regularly, a lot of times they quit during the holidays because they're just so busy. But it actually helps with the stress, it helps with depression, and it certainly helps you not gain those 10 pounds if you keep up with what you're doing. And I think a big thing is that if you plan for those parties, and if you choose wisely at those parties, and if you are planning a party for your family, you can help them choose wisely, because you can go, am I going to serve that yummy brisket that's got 27.5 grams of fat per 3 ounces, or am I going to do
But the brisket does have some protein.
But look at the smoked turkey, which is only 3.5 grams of fat. So and then, some folks just love the eggnog, but would you rather have this glass of wine pumpkin for 120 calories, or that cup of eggnog for 400? Maybe you do occasionally, but you just want to kind of watch that and know what you are consuming, because what gets you in trouble is not knowing. And I like to shave off some calories for my guests. They don't even know I'm shaving them off.
You are really
See,
good
Betsy,
about
you
that.
won't
And the
even know that I'm
soups you
shaving them
make
off.
and the different things that you do, the chilies that you make.
Yeah, and the thing of it is, like, everything has cream cheese in it, right? It's all got cream cheese.
In the holiday, everything has cream
So why not
cheese.
do fat-free cream cheese? It's probably going to taste the same. And it's going to lower, per ounce 100 down to 30 calories. If you eat a couple of slices of that, icebox kind of pie that's got some cream cheese in it, it's going to really save you a lot.
It's hard, like the crab meat dip and all the other things that are so yummy good.
Yeah, and they
all
all
have
got
cream
cheese in
cheese.
them.
Yeah.
Put those in it. And then I made a dessert the other night. I'm going to turn you on to this. Monk fruit sweetener. You go, what is a monk fruit? Well,
yes, what is monk fruit?
It is a sugar substitute, so it is natural. So it's got 0 net carbs, it's got a 0 glycemic index, 0 calories. It's also keto approved for those keto peeps, but I substituted it for sugar in a dessert that
Equal
I made.
amounts, like
And
a
it's-
cup of sugar,
No,
cup of-
you
yeah.
actually do have as much because it's 2 times as sweet. So I was able to use half as much, and it still tasted really good. I tested it out on my husband. He said it still tasted good. He couldn't really even tell. So
Why did you tell him?
Well, I told him after the fact. I'm like, look how many calories I saved you, honey. It was 0, and it could have been like hundreds. You can have this dessert. Go ahead, baby. And then, when you were talking about anti-inflammatory stuff, great time for these spices. And, our guest mentioned red stick spice in our previous show.
I love, if you've not been to Red Stick Spice, it is really, really
when you're
a neat
looking at
place.
savory things, rosemary, turmeric, I mean, it's your pumpkin color, right? Sage, but then, your sweeter things where you throw in the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the cardamom. I mean, all of those things are anti-inflammatory. They're a great time to add into those recipes. And I know I've been harping on you being a pumpkin, but ain't no better time to enjoy pumpkin. So pumpkin should go in everything. I mean, it is, one of the best things as far as it gives you fiber, it gives you protein, it's low fat, and it's only like 80 calories for a cup. And even the pumpkin seeds, like that pumpkin chili I did make the other year,
Yes.
and
So
showed
good.
you it. You put that in your chili, and then you sprinkle some of those pumpkin seeds on the top because the pumpkin seeds have so
It's a meatless
many
chili.
health things in it. Your magnesium, all kinds of things that.
And we don't get enough carotenoid, any of the things,
Which
any of the
pumpkin
good
is so
things
big
that are,
on that. That's
yes.
one of the things that gives you so many health benefits from pumpkin. And so this is one of the best times of the year to enjoy that. And let's see if I have any more tips here for you, Bets. Oh, yeah, weigh in every day. Those scales that we hate, you can't get out of control if you know where you're at. It's only when you weigh in January go, oh my gosh, I ate too much, then you're in trouble. Try those healthy spices, eat pumpkin, and reduce your stress like, we all can do.
And look,
right?
go take a walk with somebody you love.
Absolutely.
Get away from the TV, put the cell phone down, get up off the sofa, just go take a
your
walk.
family, friends, and it's going to be a great holiday. You're going to keep it under wraps. You're going to keep it healthy. And we're not going to be talking about losing all that weight in a show in January. Just saying.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
We will not. We will be talking about how we maintained our weight. We kept our inflammation down by using the spices, that we needed to use. And we're going to talk about some good recipes.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about some fun events coming up with Michael Paul with 225 live events. Don't get ahead of myself because I'm really looking forward to the holidays, so I want to get ahead of myself for all the fun stuff coming up. But he's got the list of where you should go, what to do, and how to find out about it, so stay put.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Romain Morris of Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, conveniently located off the I-12 corridor in Walker and Albany. If you suffer from sciatica, migraines, or other pain conditions, give us a call to see if we have a technique that best fits you. We have multiple techniques including chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, dry needling, rehab, and much more. Again, I'm Dr. Romain Morris with Elite Chiropractic in Livingston Parish, Walker, and Albany.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
Some call it joie de vivre, the joy of life. In Louisiana, it's our way of life. From music that shakes up your senses to food that wakes up your palate. That joy vibrates in every note we play and spices up every meal we serve. So come live life to the fullest. Come one, come y'all, come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm Sean Ardway, inviting you to plan your trip at louisianatravel.com.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Kay Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you're interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Kay Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
Visit one of our 21 state parks all over Louisiana.
Let's go to the state park. There are 21 of them, you know. And state parks have biking and hiking, tubing, and we can even ride horses. Or we can go exploring and even swim by a beach. They have cabins, really nice ones, with long fishing piers.
Don't forget to tell them about the discounts.
Oh yeah, book 3 nights and we get the 4th night free.
Great job.
Thanks.
Louisiana State Parks, we're ready for your adventure.
I had a meeting with Dr. Barfield and it kind of just hit me. It probably is cancer. After the surgery, I wasn't scared anymore. I was looking forward to getting started with chemo. Not one time did I get a nurse in a bad mood. I was here for 5 hours at a time, and I did not dread coming. To get people from around the country to come to Baton Rouge, that says a lot right there. That this place is cutting edge.
And welcome back to Rocket Right. I am bubbly Betsy Barnes here with Dr. Kay Solar. And the one thing we want to know is where are we going? What are we doing?
Where are we going? And we
That's
have
right.
with us Michael Ball with 225 Live Events to tell us where we can find out where we should go in the 225,
The
right?
GEAUX, because we're too busy blondes on the GEAUX, the go, spelled the right way.
I caught that for sure.
Yeah.
There's, I don't know about you, but I'm sure we all have a favorite band that we like to see.
Sure.
Or we want to go to a venue that's near where we're at so we don't have to drive across town. And that's the reason why we started 225 Live Events. If you have a favorite band, you go in there and you look and you can see where they're playing today, tomorrow, next week, next month. And the same thing if you have a venue, for example, that's why we put a map in. Mm-hmm. I don't want to drive across town to see my favorite band when I just want to stay home, stay near home.
Right.
So you can see what's playing around you. And actually, it's because of your 3rd Street Songwriters Festival that we put in a new category called singer-songwriter. And then there's a category for if you want to see a singer-songwriter, it's under original music. And then you can go and watch original music because, I don't know if you know, for example, Trevor Young, he just had #1 album on the reggae charts.
You told me. Yeah.
So we have such talent in here. And that's what the whole purpose of the website is, to expose the talent. It's like Seth Godin, the Purple Cow. If you saw a purple cow on the side of the road, you'd call all your friends. We have that kind of talent here.
We do.
Yes.
We do. And it's okay if they don't want to move away. We still want them to come play here, but we want them to be successful. And the only way they're going to do that is by being seen and heard.
Well, we got lucky with Trevor because his wife is from here, so guess where he lives?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's great. And we are going to have to connect with him to get him on the show. I know you
Yes.
gave me his contact, and we need to do that in the future for sure. And I also you have so many things. You think about live music, going to see a band, or maybe even going seeing a singer-songwriter and looking for that original music. But you list where the open mics are. You list where there's comedy. There's a lot of different things that if you have a certain thing you're looking for, you can hit at that.
That was part of the reason why we even built the website. There was nothing in there that showed you if you wanted to go to see a comedy show, if you're interested in karaoke. And I was blown away with the karaoke market here in this area. There are some singers here that just need to be discovered, and they are populating these places. So the karaoke, arts and theater, and then of course we all have families, so what is a family event we can go to? They're all listed on the website and days, weeks in advance.
And that's 225liveevents.com. And I think we have some pages where you can see kind of what the website is like and how you can find your area. That's the logo you're going to look for, which is great with a fleur-de-lis in it. And this is a map. What is that showing? Like different places in your area where you can hop to?
Yes. In fact, what you do is if you hover your mouth over those areas, the green, for example, is live music. You hover your mouth and it'll tell you where the event is, who's playing, and at what time. So if I'm living on the east side of town, I can look at everything going on the east side. And then there's the different categories that you can actually go through. And for example, that's Red Stick Social, a very popular place and bringing in some great talent. You can look and see weeks in advance about who's going to go, who's playing there.
Or you can check out your favorite band, like we just had on last week, Chris LeBlanc. You can look at Chris and you can see where all is Chris playing the entire month, what day you might want to go out, where you can see him. So it's really a great encyclopedia practically of what to do.
That's a good description.
Yeah. And so how did you get the idea that you said, I want to do this? And you just started this a couple of years ago, right? I know you were doing it pre-pandemic. How long pre-pandemic?
I started, I went live on May the year before the pandemic, so that would have been 99.
No, 2019, but close.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's close. All these
it
years
feels
have
like
gone
it's
away.
been that long. It does feel that long.
It feels like that.
I told you I would have one, didn't I?
It does. It feels like it's that long.
It does.
Well,
but yeah, 2019, and then bam,
so,
all the music quit, and you had been doing this work for.
Yeah, and the one thing we're going to do that I'm real happy because as I'm announcing this, no one knows this yet. I haven't posted it anywhere. The first of the year, we'll actually have an app for Apple and Android. And so you can now, without going to a website, you can just click on the app, find out who's playing where, what day, what time, and so forth.
That's awesome. Apps are where it's at this day.
That's
Having
correct.
it on your phone and
seems to be.
Yeah.
You know, I need to organize my apps a little bit differently. I just have page after page after page of apps. But I think that's an app you'd want on your first page, on your home screen.
And two, I don't think people realize the richness of music in this area. You know, for example, if you just had to take a guess, how many venues have live music? Well, we can tell you there's over 500. Most of them have it on a regular basis. Some, for example, White Light Night's coming up.
Yes.
You want to see who's playing where? We'll have it on the website.
That's amazing because a lot of times they post that really late as far as who's playing where, and there's so many different venues, and it's not a regular thing. So that's crazy that you're going to have all of that on there.
Yep. There's a few, for example, some of the venues, this will be the only time they ever have live music. But what we do is support the people that have live music so they get their venue listed with the event.
That's awesome. And White Light Night is in Mid-City. It's coming up on the 19th.
And it's so many
month,
retailers,
and,
art
great.
galleries,
You can't do
eateries.
it all in one night.
No,
That's
you
the thing.
cannot.
But you
do it
have
all.
to.
We've tried.
But you have to. So you have to pick and choose, which is great, which is why you can look and see who's playing where and what end of Government Street or around in Mid-City that you want to start at, because you might not get to the other end.
That's correct.
Yeah. That's very cool. So what are some of your upcoming, top listed things that are fixing to hit
around the
225.
holidays, around Thanksgiving, between, middle of the month into December. I mean, that's a great time for people to go out and get entertained.
Well, I want to give a special salute to Tony Jarro. He just put on an event with Wayne Toops. It's a free event. He's really supporting the music community and the community as a whole. But coming up, for example, we have got probably, I should have looked at this number, but already on New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, there are already a lot of bookings that are showing up of people wanting to come celebrate one of those holidays with you. And in particular, what I like is that, how do I say this? If you want it, it's here.
I like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter about what genre you're looking at. You can find it somewhere in town and go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can GEAUX.
You can
go right out.
GEAUX.
That's right. You can go right out.
Me or Betsy there.
That's right.
Yeah.
We do love live music, and we always want to go wherever the good music is. And also, we like to discover people that might not be as well known as other people, but have a great deal of talent and are just developing their fan base. So I would say, Kay has been a great
That's the way it
connection
starts.
for me, in the way that she hears about artists that are just starting out, just because of her connection and friendships with her son, his son's friends, and that are in the music industry. And so sometimes it just takes that little bit of a nudge from somebody to go, hey, you want to go hear somebody? I've never heard them before, but let's go. And this would be a good time now, post-pandemic, for people to do that.
Yeah, and then, for example, there's a lot of theater and arts going on. The symphony's coming up. Little Theater's got of course, we're going to have the Nutcracker for Christmas. So there's a lot of events, and they're all going to be on the website.
That's great. So whatever you're looking for, you can check it out, whether it's live music, full band, singer-songwriter,
Comedy.
the theater, comedy, open mic, karaoke. Check it out. That's 225liveevents.com. We've been talking with Michael Paul, who's putting it all together for us so that we know where to go have all the fun. Thank you for joining us, Michael.
It's my pleasure, my honor. Thank you, ladies.
Well, thank you. And just remember, if you're going to rock it, make sure you rock it right.
Woo!
That's right.
In the 225. And make sure you look for Pumpkin over here, because she's going to be out enjoying the holidays.
Here's to you. Have a good one.
Are you a business owner that could use just one more customer? Those empty tables, vacant appointments, idle employees, and expired merchandise are missed opportunities. What if there were a community that connects you to high-value and motivated customers, giving you a competitive edge in the marketplace and increasing your revenue? Introducing Partners One. You keep doing what you do best, taking care of your customers, and we'll do what we do best, sending you new customers to take care of. Call us today to find out how Partners One can work for your business.
Rock It Right with Betsy Barnes and Dr. Kay Solar is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Partners One, better barter for Baton Rouge and beyond.
Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center, Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, Advantage Health Solutions with Dr. Boyd Michael Helm, Hightower Dental Concepts with Dr. Leah Larson, City Group Hospitality including City Pork Brasserie and Bar, City Pork Catering, City Slice, City Taco, Rouge Creole, and Beau Soleil.
Talent 360 Consulting with Vicki Little. Jeff Taylor, Realtor and Forester with Whitetail Properties. The 3rd Street Songwriters Festival. Elite Chiropractic with Dr. Ron McMorris. LouisianaIsATrip.com. Take one. Thank you for making our show possible.